We know that memes have made some people incredibly rich with fantastic profits, but many others have also suffered huge losses from jumping on the hype. This video will give you a different perspective, not just about the excitement of Memecoins, but a deeper understanding to help you have guidelines before diving into this risky world. It's the antithesis of memes hype, so you can stay cautious and aware of the risks when entering a space filled with drama and surprises. So let's get started. This video is brought to you by Bybit, the world's leading crypto assets platform. Use my code below and get welcome reward up to $30,000. The case against memes supercycle. If you've watched my previous videos, we have this model to differentiate between Bitcoin and altcoins. Bitcoin is like gold 2.0, a store of value, while altcoins are more like businesses with a Web3 business model that issue tokens for governance. These are two very different things. Bitcoin and altcoin seasons usually go in tandem. After Bitcoin season, it's typically followed by an altcoin season because of asset rotation. Unfortunately, in this 2024 cycle, the much-anticipated altcoin season never arrived, leaving the community disappointed. This is especially true with the trend of high FDV, fully diluted valuation, and low-float altcoins issued by VCs. Crypto traders that disappointed with altcoins have shifted their attention to memes. So now, I've updated the model to include memes. Here's our new model. If Bitcoin is gold 2.0 and altcoins are Web3 businesses, memes are tokenized communities. Some even compare memes to tokenized mini-religions. If you pay close attention, Bitcoin, altcoins, and memes all overlap in some way. Throughout this video, you'll understand why there's an intersection between Bitcoin, altcoins, and memes, even though they are completely different things. So, what are the similarities between memes and Bitcoin? There's something unique about Memecoins, as they mimic Bitcoin in terms of their launch and circulating supply. For example, both memes and Bitcoin are launched through a fair launch. In a fair launch, there's no private sale, and everyone gets an equal chance to buy the token at the same time. Fair launches are more decentralized in terms of token distribution and are dominated by the community. In terms of circulating supply, Memecoins often have a hard cap on circulating supply right from the start. This is different from altcoins, which often launch with a high fully diluted value, FDV, and have token unlocks. So, if you're wondering why the price of an altcoin keeps dropping even though the project seems good, the reason is often dilution from token unlocks. However, despite being made to look similar to Bitcoin in terms of their launch, memes are fundamentally different from Bitcoin in almost every way. What are some of the differences? Bitcoin is just one, but did you know that? Over 23,900 meme tokens are issued every day. In total, there are 2.4 million meme tokens on Pump.Fun alone. This is just from Pump.Fun, which controls about 63% of the meme launch market on Solana. And this is only one platform. We haven't even talked about other meme launchers or other blockchains. So if you wanted to put just $1 into each of these tokens, you'd still need $23,900 per day, and that's just on Pump.Fun without considering other platforms. Now, picking one or even a few tokens from millions of options is like finding a needle in a haystack. It's almost a mission impossible, especially with the fast-paced nature of memes. As a result, meme players often rely on meme calls from CD insiders with insider information. If you have another job or other commitments and can't dedicate 100% of your time to crypto, I personally believe that your chances of winning with memes are even smaller than winning the lottery. Why? Let's move to the second point. In memes, time is not your friend. Investing should be simple, with just 2 steps. First, find the best asset. Second, expand your time horizon. For example, video was just $5 in 2020, and by 2024, its price reached $135, a 27x increase over 4 years. But as Warren Buffett says, no one wants to get rich slowly. People want to get rich quickly. Unfortunately, the ones who get rich first are developers and insiders. In memes, time is not your friend because there's a chance it could go to zero. Why? Let's move to the third point. Bitcoin is get rich slow. Meme is get rich quick. Yes, it's true that you can get rich quickly with memes, but you can also lose everything even faster. In memes, time is not your friend because when the price pumps, insiders and developers often cash out and move on to create new memes. Do you think the 23,900 tokens issued daily are made by that many different developers? No, maybe just a few developers are behind hundreds of new tokens each day. That's how they profit from memes. The more hype a meme's token gets, the greater the chance for developers and insiders to exit, as there's liquidity from those buying in late. And retail investors almost always get the news late. Retail investors just wait for calls. They don't do their own research on Deck Screener. Don't dig into the data themselves, don't have insider info, and don't understand how the game works. But wait, aren't there people who actually get rich from memes? Some even buy houses, right? How does that happen? Let's move to the next point. 4. Cherry-picking. Yes, those who get rich from memes are cherry-picking. Why? Because as I mentioned in first point, it's extremely difficult to pick the right token out of millions. Even choosing 100 is hard. One Memecoin may pump by thousands of %, but what about the rest of the millions? It's more a matter of luck, like winning the lottery, and it's nearly impossible to replicate. This also ties into confirmation bias, which is the tendency to search for, interpret, or remember information that supports pre-existing beliefs while ignoring information that contradicts them. There's also the bandwagon effect, which is the tendency to follow the majority opinion because others are doing it, rather than basing decisions on rational judgment or enough information. There are 12 cognitive biases in crypto that you need to know so you don't fall into traps. Later, I will make video about it, so please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss our future video. The principle of go big or go home applies to memes. Why? Let's move to the 5th point. 5. Meme is betting on attention. If you've noticed, memes tend to follow trending topics. For example, during the election season, political tokens like Trump, Biden, and Kamala appear. As soon as Biden dropped out of the election, the Biden token dropped 99%. When Len Sassaman was trending because of an HBO mention, the Len token appeared. But when it turned out ABO wasn't referring to the Len people thought, the token dropped 99%. When P. Diddy was trending, a Diddy token immediately popped up. The narrative in memes moves much faster than in altcoins. In altcoins, we bet on a growing sector narrative which can last for 3 to 8 months. But with memes, we're not betting on a narrative. We're betting on attention, which has a much shorter lifespan, sometimes just days or even hours. This is why I say it's impossible for most people to keep up. Memes are attention-based, and we haven't even touched on the issue of choosing the right token. For example, say you decide to buy a Trump token on which chain? Which Trump token? There are many people issuing tokens with the same ticker, but the smart contracts and chains are different. The solution is simple. Pick the one that gets the most attention, but at the same time, when it gains attention, it might already be the developer's cycle to exit. And this meme super cycle is different. If you've been paying attention, memes in this cycle are very different from those in the last cycle. In this cycle, memes move fast, they don't get utility, and there's no need for a roadmap. It's different from the previous cycle where developers would at least do some work, provide a roadmap, and add utility. For example, Shiba Inu created Bone, got audited, had a mission, built a game, launched ShibaSwap, and even started its own chain. In this cycle, memes don't come with any utility. It's all about getting rich quick, which leads me to the next point. Tokenized mini-religion is bullshit. In my personal opinion, the idea that memes have become mini-religions, or at least armies, is total nonsense. Why? A religion should have a common mission, a common vision, and something they aim to change. Even when the token price drops, hardcore holders should stay loyal. That's what would make it a mini-religion. But what do meme holders have in common? They all just want to get rich, right? Everyone's goal is to make money. Yes, as a tokenized community, meme prices are based on the conviction of the community. But calling it a mini-religion is complete nonsense. This narrative is copied from Bitcoin. Bitcoin hodlers share a common vision and mission. The Bitcoin standard restoring the function of money as it was meant to be, free from government or centralized control. If we assume that God created Bitcoin, that God didn't want to get rich, leaving 1 million Bitcoins spread across more than 20,000 wallets. In memes, there's no mini-religion. When prices pump, developers and insiders take profits. Again, I'm not anti-memes, I just want to fix your mindset when getting into memes. This is similar to altcoins, where they often say hodlers win. Well, it's a win for venture capital, allowing them to exit during unlocks. Since we're all trying to make money, let's be rational about it. But why is there a meme supercycle? Even though the altcoin season hasn't arrived yet, at least at the time this video was made. It's because 8 Memecoins are a peaceful protest. Here's where memes overlap slightly with Bitcoin. They're both forms of peaceful protest. Memes represent a peaceful protest from today's crypto community against altcoin tokenomics that no longer support the community. Memes are a protest against low float, high FDV altcoins. This scheme causes altcoins to pump briefly at launch, but as time goes on, they dump by 80 to 90% due to dilution. Meanwhile, since they launched with a high market cap, venture capitalists still make 10x profits while retail investors become exit liquidity. That's why holding altcoins doesn't bring profits like it did in the previous cycle, because the assets get diluted the longer you hold, the more you get diluted, and the more the token price drops. If memes protest against low float, high FDV, which causes altcoin dilution, Bitcoin protests against fiat money, which gets devalued by inflation. That's why both Bitcoin and memes have cultish followers, even though they're completely different. The difference is that one has a messianic calling while the other just wants to get rich quick. The problem is Memecoins, gambling mindset. When you buy something hoping the price will pump, but you don't even know what that thing is, you're putting on the gambling hat. Personally, I believe that no lasting wealth comes from gambling. But gambling is popular because it has the appeal of getting rich quickly with little knowledge. What's sad is that this industry has become a mega casino built on blockchain. Originally, it was a cypherpunk revolution initiated in the 1980 seconds by tech activists, adopted by institutions that believed in distributed ledger technology and its utilities. Now it's become, for lack of a better word, a mega casino where people are betting on tokens like dinosaurs, rockets, and toilets. If this industry is indeed a mega casino, let me quote Michael Saylor. Bitcoin is the only game in the casino that we can all win. But sadly, many people are going all in on memes. Wrong conviction. Bitcoin is a tool to multiply net worth. Note worth, not portfolio, with the assumption that our net worth is larger than our portfolio. Memes, on the other hand, are tools to multiply portfolios by betting some money on whatever attention is hot at the moment, without any data to back it up. It's great if you make money, but it's madness to bet your entire wealth on memes. To bet more than 50% of my portfolio on memes is a no. To bet more than 30% of my portfolio on memes is a no. To bet more than 20% of my portfolio on memes is a no. And to bet my entire wealth on memes is a big no. There are likely very few people who have 100% of their net worth in Memecoins. How about Murad? His wallet shows $33,660,452 in Memecoins. Yes, Murad's wealth has pumped, but I'm sure he didn't buy memes with his entire net worth, or even go into a loan like Sailor. The problem now is that Murad's wallet is leaked, and it's not easy for him to liquidate his assets, because when he sells, others will sell too. What's the difference? Conviction. Conviction is what's missing in memes, even though they're branded as mini religions. A religion without conviction will collapse. Unlike Bitcoin, where we have data, valuation models, on-chain metrics, historical cycles, and more, going all in on memes is based on wrong conviction. In conclusion, Bitcoin is money. Altcoins are investments to help us acquire more money or Bitcoin, and memes are for fun. I'm not anti-memes. In fact, I hold a few memes myself, though they represent a very small portion of my portfolio. It's just for fun. I even hold memes in the Bitcoin ecosystem, like runes, and I own a runestone. Again, this is just for fun and for research purposes, so I can create content like this for you. My hope is that memes can bring new people into crypto because attention equals users. For me personally, I prefer Bitcoin with leverage over memes because I have metrics to rely on. In memes, we don't have any metrics, only how much attention the meme token gets. So, what do you think? Is this meme super cycle a step back for the crypto industry? Share your thoughts in the comments.